What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be building one of the raised bed garden boxes. I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm sure there's different ways to do it. Some might be better than others, but this is how I do it. So I take the small side, figure out what side's good, what side's bad, so that's going to be down on the bottom. Alright. And I get special screws made for outdoor. These are Deckmate. Basically, they're a galvanized coated screw. One, it's for aesthetics because it matches the colors of the wood, and two, it because of the coating, it won't rust, it won't snap. It's just a pretty strong screw. So I'll take 6 of them, and these actually come with a Torx head bit, like a star pattern bit. They come with it. So what I'll do is take my drill, change out the bit, and I'll start the screws where I want them. And I usually put them about, I don't know, about 3/4 of an inch in to an inch from the end. Try not to split it. Of course, now that I'm doing it on video, it's going to end up splitting the wood. That's how it always is. Put it on the end. Yep. And one in the middle. I put it at a little bit of an angle. Then I'll do it on the other side here. Same thing. And I do it for both ends, so I can get it started. And it's easier for me to put the pieces together without fighting with it when I have to. My neighbor got a little puppy outside today. He wants attention. He's barking like a maniac. Alright. And I'll do that for both sides, and when I get that done, I'll show you how I put it together. Okay, so now that we put everything the way we wanted it and got the screws set, I'll get my drill, and I'll show you what I do to put it together here. I line up the ends. This happens to be perfectly level, so I got lucky already. Hold there and take my hammer to the bottom one. Middle one. And move on to the next one. Not really left-handed, so it's a little bit harder for me. And there you have it. We do that to the other side, and then I'll show you what I do for the bottom. Okay, so what we're going to do now is something that is done differently by different people. Some people will just put the box in the ground as it is, lay cardboard or newspaper in the bottom, and call it a day. Me, I have a lot of grubs in the yard, and I have a lot of things that are also causing, in addition to the clay soil, a lot of problems for my grass and things like that. So I don't want those things being able to get into the box. So I'm going to use landscape fabric. It's one of the reasons why I made the box a little deeper than normal too, because you wanted to kind of make it where whatever you put on the bottom would decompose and then let roots grow into the natural native soil. I decided I'll make it a little deeper, and we're going to forget about the soil and all the problems altogether. So I have commercial grade landscape fabrics. This is what I do. I take a little bit more than I should, lay it out. What I try to do is I try to get maybe 5 extra inches on each side. Alright, now let me show you what I do. The extra is just that, it's extra, so I have a little bit to play with. I want to bury these boxes approximately 2 inches in the ground, giving me an 8-inch bed. Okay, they're actually a 2 by 10. So I'm going to use, now that I got the fabric, I'm going to lay it over it, and I'm only going to expose 2 inches. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Hope my shadow doesn't get in the way. What I'll do is I will take approximately 2 inches of the fabric, maybe a little bit more. Okay. Take my staple gun and pop a staple. And then I'll go to the other side all the way down here and do the same thing without making it as even as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then one in the middle, keep it nice and tight. And then I go a little ballistic. Okay. Since they never really seed all that well, I tap them down. Alright. Now comes the tricky part. I got to flip the box without ripping the fabric. Alright. Now what I'll do, let me see if you're in the shot. Okay, I guess so. Now what I'll do is I pull it nice and tight in the middle, and approximately 2 inches up, pop a staple. Go over to the end here, nice and tight, staple, nice and tight, staple, staple. And do it down here. Doesn't have to be perfect, although I'm kind of a perfectionist. Okay, try to put one in the end piece. I'll show you why in a minute. Now what I'll do, if I can find it, I got things everywhere. Thought I had it. Make you bet I left it inside. Okay, well here's what I'll do. I'll use the scissor. Usually I use the razor blade, but I'll go that's basically it. Then bang them down. Now here comes the part. I'll pull it down a little so you can see it. Here comes, I guess, the tricky part for some people. Okay. What I'll do, it's like wrapping a present. Take one, pop it right there, pop it right there. Now what I'll do is I fold the corner. And I'll pop it, pop it, pop it. And then I do that on all four sides. How can I do this to make it easier to show you? It might be too tall that way. I'll have to flip it, I guess. Do it this way. A little heavier than I thought. Alright. See if you're back in the shot. Alright. We do the same thing on this side now. Pop it. Pop it. Make sure it's nice and folded. Put one right down there. Bang. 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 And usually I'll take my razor to make things easier, but because I forgot my razor blade inside, I'll just cut it. We're going on my other side here. Easier for me, hopefully. And then I'll put my staples in it. When the box is completed, I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so I'm done stapling the landscape fabric on, and this is what it looks like on the total bottom of it. Nice and wrapped and somewhat even. It'll help in placing the box down because I know approximately what 2 inches is. And now we'll show you what final placement looks like before I dig it up. Alright, so as you can see, there's the original planter bed, and then I was playing around with some placement of the 2 new ones. I have a 4x2 and a 5x2. Originally the 5x2 I was going to make a strawberry box just for my wife's strawberry plants. Still debating it. The 4x2 box, which is the little small one in the front here, they almost look the same size because of where they're situated, but the other one's actually a foot longer in the back. The 4x2 box is going to be my younger daughter's box. I don't know if I want to place them exactly the way they are in the yard. I mean, it doesn't, I have a lot of space. I mean, I still have tons of space. But although my wife is on board with this whole idea, she doesn't want to take up the entire yard either because she does want to have family over, and you know, she's a volleyball champion from school, so she wants to actually continue to do that in the backyard. So you got to make the wife happy if you want to have a happy life, right, gentlemen? Where's my AR? What? I mean, no. Sorry. No, really. Yeah, I got to keep her happy. But you know, I think that's where we're going to do it for now. But what I'm going to do, since my daughter is on board with this, when she gets out of school, I'll have her come over and do the final placement. And we'll do the digging of the boxes in the ground as a separate video. This way we can continue the series. You already saw me mix the dirt, so I won't have any need for that. The next video after that will probably be the planting. We're mid-April now, so Up here, you can start to plant anywhere from April to May or April to June. And since it still goes down into the 30s, you know, low 30s, I think last night we just about hit freezing, I will wait probably to the end of that time frame, more into May, before I start to plant a lot of things, just to be on the safe side. So stay tuned and look for that video. Okay, talk to you guys soon. Later, YouTube.